Welcome to my research. Please imagine that you are an ambitious volunteer hoping to serve the seriously ill. What if your first task is to buy bread for family? Would you feel it too trivial to do? Or imagine that you are a volunteer loved by kids. You play together, sharing happy hours in hospital wards. Then one day suddenly you are informed that some children passed away last night. Would you feel it too heartbreaking to go on? As trivial as buying bread and as heartbreaking as knowing children's deaths, this is my research project on Chinese volunteers' experiences in pediatric palliative care. Pediatric palliative care is the holistic care provided for children with life-threatening illness. Compared with adults, their illness changes are much more unpredictable and sudden death is not rare. Biomedical techniques cannot cure all pains. Volunteers are needed to provide social, psychological, and spiritual support. Buying bread is important as the parents cannot leave the child's bed when death may come at any second. And playing with children is also important as illness and treatment have deprived them of schooling and playing. Trivial things matter and tiny services help. My project is an anthropological one based on my own service experiences and questionnaires, interviews, and online participant observations with volunteers, NGO employees, and medical practitioners from Beijing and Shanghai. I find a twofold answer to my project. First, how do volunteers provide care? They use imagination to overcome experiential gaps and provide the most specific care possible. They provide companionship through confirming and replying to children and families' illness expressions. And when there comes inadequate service, they try to get remedy done through learning more and serving more. Meanwhile, volunteers appreciate children's and families' acceptance, share feelings with them, and enjoy their inspirations and empowerment. Therefore, instead of one-directional caregiving, I argue that volunteers participate in two-directional care sharing, and this is the theoretic contribution I would like to make to the understanding of care. Second, how do volunteers provide care continuously? I find at least some volunteers manage to transform ephemeral encounters with patients and trivial services into a continuous dialogue with themselves, discovering their own limited needs to cope with illness and death, and also their capacity to support different living situations. It is from this dialogical process that volunteers grow into real volunteers. Therefore, I share my practical suggestion, that is, let's give a more tolerant, patient attitude toward volunteers, allow them more time to grow. Yeah, this is the end of my sharing. Thank you.